Across the over half dozen fan-related videos I've made on my channel, I've received hundreds of comments from people suggesting new ways to improve the technology. In today's video, I'm going to be showing off your guys' suggestions. Let's get started. First of all, by far the most commented suggestion was to put redstone torches underneath these trapdoors to make the animation look better. Now, the colors here aren't set up correctly, but in theory, this would make it look better by having the trapdoors close when they get power instead of opening when they get power. However, since this is a horizontal fan, the only way I found to give power to these redstone torches is through observer updates. And unfortunately, an observer pulse is not long enough to trigger a redstone torch to activate, as you can see. Another suggestion that I got commented quite a bit was to make a diagonal fan, which is a pretty good idea. So, this is pretty small, but this is a concept that I made for it. You can see when I turn it on, while it does use copper bulbs, this allows it to look like a fan from this angle, and also look like a fan from this angle. I originally wanted to use powdered snow dispensers for it, but dispensers actually have QC, which would make it very difficult to make a diagonal fan, and I couldn't figure it out. Those two ideas I both saw commented a lot, but this next idea I only saw once, and actually ended up being a really fun challenge. It was from this person who said eventually some people are going to make these omnidirectional. Yes, and I am that person. So this is my first prototype of a omnidirectional fan. It was unfortunately size limited to 9x9, but it's still a concept. You can see here that when I press this button, the fan is going to activate and it's going to start spinning clockwise. Now, this is still a concept, so it's very manual with a lot of button presses to get it to switch. But if you press that button to stop the fan, and then press this button, and then press this button, and then press this button, and then press this button again, and then flick this lever, and then finally activate it, you will see that it is now spinning counterclockwise. So this is a functional omnidirectional fan. And then there's this person, who, in a very detailed message, managed to find a way to actually make a trapdoor fan that looks good. After copying their instructions, I got this. When you give an activation to this observer, it double pulses this piston, which pushes this armor stand into this glass block, which barely activates this pressure plate, which triggers the trapdoor above it. I then made a couple of discoveries that slightly improved the design, mainly using a weighted pressure plate instead of a regular pressure plate. Weighted pressure plates have slightly less debounce delay, so it makes the trapdoor activate for less time, which makes it look slightly better, but it's pretty much the same concept. I then stacked this on top of one of the pulse generators that I had already made, and I got this. And this is a functional horizontal fan made with trapdoors that looks really good. So all credit goes to this person who managed to discover this. This is really cool. And that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!